How are you doing, man?
I'm doing fine.
How is life treating you?
Life is treating me okay, I think. It's
Okay, only okay. All right.
uh, nothing special. So,
Then how is League treating you? Because I cannot access OPGG. It just gives
cannot
me.
access OPGG.
Yeah,
Maybe I can. I can't either.
yeah.
um, I have 100% win rate on Yavin since I swapped out Viego for him on this patch, and I'm really happy with the swap. So also because I'm just better at the champion, I think.
hmm
Uh, so it was more comfortable for me to just begin playing that. Other than that, I think I've been doing really well since only playing like 3 champions.
Yeah.
I've been playing and then I've just been playing like random flex games for myself uh, when I didn't have more games or when I didn't felt tired and when I did. So I haven't been playing like 4 games every like all 5 days because yeah, I was either tired or something, and I would also stop if I got a 2 game loss streak because then I didn't feel like playing anymore because I would be tilted and stuff like that.
hmm
But I'll see that in the VOD of the game I sent you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
The one we're looking at is this one, right?
yeah, right. That one. Because
Okay.
it felt like I was in a position to I should have been able to carry that game in some ways, but I didn't. And I was also tilted that the Nile lost so hard to the Camille. I don't think he should, but it's not me to think like it's not my job to think that he should do better. It's my job to think then what can I do to win the game from that position.
Yeah. And your practice environment, is there anything you would like to change from it now that you've been testing it for a little bit?
I think I actually like I I took down the amount of like the hell's it called in English? Armbøjninger. Push-ups from 20 to 10 because it 20 was a bit much
Okay.
before every game. But that's and then I do a bit of stretching as well. But that's like whatever I can do before the game. I think I like the practice environment a bit. Like I really like how I've done it, and I've stopped duo queuing entirely because I feel like I lose more games if I duo queue, not because we pull each other down if I duo queue with people and stuff like that.
Okay,
Like
okay.
if somebody tilts, but both people tilt, and it's. But I've been able to play more games by myself after the introduction part,
Yeah.
uh, which is a good positive because I had like kind of ranked anxiety before having that session. So I've played more, but not enough in my opinion. I should still be like, and I haven't been that good at like the time. Like I haven't been good at starting at 3. I should
hmm
get better at that, but I think it's because I'm like my day fluctuates so much, so it's not so easy to like be ready and at 3 every time.
Yeah. Now, if you think back to your games, what do you feel like is the most consistent struggle you had?
Oh, the most consistent struggle. I started by focusing on the ping thing, but I feel like focusing after like 8 to 10 minutes into the game on like pinging everything and doing everything is like sometimes I just zone out a bit and I stop doing it. Sometimes in game two, it affects my game two as well. So I'm having trouble focusing basically on the whole pinging everything I do thing. I know that I'm not supposed to like ping my raptors every time I do my raptors and stuff like that, but I'm supposed to tell my team what I'm gonna do so they can help me if they and so they know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And the ping changes also like screwed me over a little bit because I had to figure out how to ping the need vision ping again because they changed how you do that.
hmm
But I think
Uh,
it's just focusing that's hard for me.
and specifically for this game, what do you feel like went wrong?
I think I have it up here actually because I think it's like around. I played really well for like the first 5 minutes, in my opinion, and I get like a couple of good rotations. I get like, I think I get Nunu's top side 2 times without him contesting it at all,
Okay.
like in anything in my jungle as well. And then like I think around 14 minutes into the game, I start like autopilot clearing a bit, and yeah, I stopped focusing on what is the win con at this point because I think I started defocusing a lot when I tilt. So so like because of the Gnar like feeding so much, I got really tilted about it.
Mhm.
But uh, I don't know because sometimes I don't like stop focusing. Like some games I pull through the entire game. I think I had a game like which one was it? Where I just like I was pinging all game and calling everything, like doing everything for the team, which I feel like, and I could feel that we won the game basically because we were on the same page and I pinged everything. So
Yeah, because you're shot calling everything. Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. What was your game plan?
For this game,
Yeah.
oh, I just need to look back. I think I looked at bot lane being very volatile, and I wanted to like back up Seri and Nautilus because they also have good setup for me. And then I could. And Aurelion Sol just wants to like scale, and he doesn't really have that much setup and stuff like that. So yeah, and then I saw Nunu in the early game. I saw him gank bot level 2, so I went for his top side after my red side. I think I only got the wolves, but I don't remember
Okay.
exactly.
So what was your plan? What were you gonna clear and when were you gonna gank?
I was gonna do like Raptor's Crux into red, and then I was gonna path towards bot side to look for to like do blue and then gank after blue, possibly. I usually just like do full clear and look for chances actually, but I don't think I'm
Mm-hmm.
not entirely sure if that's the right thing to do on Lee Sin because I see a lot of people doing like free camp instant like perma ganking stuff, but I feel like you get so behind on this patch if you don't like commit to the full clear, at least the first one.
Yeah, so that is actually good that you mentioned that because
Yeah,
I see that's a very common mistake. Like when you start playing jungle, you can get to, let's say, around diamond level by doing this strategy that you just full clear and then you look for an angle and then you full clear and look for an angle and
yeah,
then you just keep doing that. But then you're missing out on so many chances because you're only looking for an angle after you full cleared. So
yeah,
that is actually like specifically what I would say can often get people to diamond, but then it stagnates around that time because you're gonna lose out on so many
mm,
opportunities. Now, especially if you play Java and Listen, that is not what you should be doing. If you're playing Kane or something, maybe we could talk about it being more viable, but Java and Listen, definitely not.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
I feel like I'm like looking at the like I'm looking at it that way that usually when I play Lee Sin, I look for a mid gank after mid or top gank after having done my red buff. So like I have to do my 3 camp, get level 3, look for mid gank, but I'm usually like not that healthy after it because I don't know, Lee's not doesn't have the healthiest clear in the world. But and then there usually isn't like an angle unless I have like Syndra or LeBlanc mid lane, and because they're also level 2 at that point, and they wouldn't have their CC, and it's either they are pushing or whatever. Then I just continue clearing, but I also like a lot of times I skip like blue or I skip my grump to go for it, and I begun looking for like the angles. For example, if my bot lane is pushed in, I would go look unless it's too big of a wave, of course, and stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's I think I do that in this game as well, where I almost finish my. I should have actually. I think I should have skipped. I skipped Grump here for the gank in this game as well. Yeah. Mm.
Okay.
I think it's just so situational in jungle. It's like there's like I know that there are plans to like go for certain lanes because they are volatile. Like for example, I go for bot lane here because there's Alistair Nautilus lane. There's a lot of setup and there's a lot of opportunities. And if Seri gets ahead, she can really take over the game. And also, if I get ahead, I can deal with the Caitlyn.
Yeah. So this game, I know there's a feature on this side where I could like input your game. I don't know how to use it though. Alright. Anyway, you're playing Listen. You have Na top lane versus Camille. Who's gonna get prior?
It should be the Nah.
Yes. You have Aurelian mid versus Kassadin, who gets prio?
Unironically, I think for the first like 3 levels, Sol should get prio, but I think Kassadin can push him out of lane after that because he can just stop his Q and he can, yeah, or at least until 6. Sol should actually get prio. I don't know a lot about Sol actually after because he was so strong for a while and then he just got completely out of the meta. And I've been playing with him a lot recently. I don't know why because they didn't change him at all.
He's
So,
getting
but
nerfed next patch.
is he?
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, just because they are range versus melee, they should get prio. At least to, let's say, like level 6 or like 1 back at least. At least
Yeah.
1 recall. They should have prio. Bot lane, who should have prio?
I think Kate Alistar will have prior because Kate has such a range advantage over Seri.
Yes. Okay.
So they should push.
So what I would do this game is I would get some level 1 vision. You can do this, you can risk and do it alone, or you can ping your team that you want to invade and then get the level 1 vision. So
Yeah.
you know his stats. That's number 1 in my game plan this game. Then
Oh,
number
yeah.
2, now you have to make some choices, because you know that Caitlyn will most likely be pushing in bot lane. You know Sol will push mid lane, you know now will push top lane. So now you have to make some choices, because what you can do is you can try to gank bot lane, or you could maybe do something like try to cover top lane on the bounce, right? He crashes. You know how. Actually, let's do a test. Let's see if you know how wave management works. So
Yeah. Okay.
let's say now he pushes the first 3 waves and then he crashes. What happens?
The wave should slowly push into him because the Camille's wave will be closer to her turret, and her minions will reach further, like will reach her wave first, and then it should bounce back to Nar in eventuality. Like eventually, it will reach Nar's tower at some point, and he can set up a freeze. It's usually how you play the first 2, 3, 4 waves. I've watched a lot of Aloys, if you know who he is.
Yeah.
Back when I played top lane, so he talks a lot about what the different like 3 crashes, and I played a lot of like when I played top lane like half a year ago. So
It's gonna bounce. Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
it's gonna bounce.
So what happens if the wave is here and no one touches it? It's just in the middle. No one touches it.
It should just like stay there. Eventually it will push to either side, but if nobody touches it,
Yeah, it's gonna
but it,
stay and then it's gonna RNG to one of the side. Yeah.
yeah,
What if it's here and it's neutral?
and it's neutral, then it will eventually push to Nas side because Camille's minions will reach first.
Yes.
So
What if there is 2 minions more?
and it will still just eventually push to Nas side. But if there's like depends if it's like a cannon minion, one of them. If it's a cannon minion, there's like a little rule where it's like a cannon is the same as 3 casters, right? So
Yeah,
I think
this
the
is
rule is 4 casters or 1 cannon or
yeah,
something, and then it'll be a freeze.
yeah. Forecasters is pretty good, yeah. Alright, so you pretty much know how it works. Then the usual way a lane works is one of the two gets prio, which means they're gonna push in the first 1 to 3 waves and then they're gonna crash, right? Then it's gonna
Yeah,
bounce back, and then what happens is the other person now pushes in 1 to 3 waves and then we crash. And then it bounces back and we push in 1 to 3 waves and then we crash, right? It goes back
yeah,
and forth, unless one of the champion is strong enough that he can force himself out of this by creating a freeze, or if one of them gets impatient and starts fighting inside it or trading, then this changes, of course. But otherwise, this is usually how a lane goes, back and forth, back and forth.
yeah,
So, if we look at how these lanes are gonna go, top lane, it's gonna most likely push the first 3 waves to a crash, and then it's gonna bounce. Now might be low enough that he's just gonna not take the bounce, and he's just gonna step up and start pushing again and again and again, right? That might happen
yeah,
because he has the range advantage, so he can do it. So there's there's two things that can happen top lane. It bounces after 3, or he just keeps pushing and is vulnerable to getting ganked. Those are the two options that can happen top lane, right? Mid lane,
yeah,
same thing. Two things that can happen, right? He can push because he has range advantage if he wants, or he can crash the first 2 to 3 waves, then it's gonna bounce, And if he push, then he's very vulnerable to a Nuno gank as well, especially because Nuno is really easy ganking like mid lane champions like this, right?
Yeah.
There's two options here as well. Bot lane, same thing but opposite, right?
Yeah.
Enemy team is gonna get the push, then they might just keep pushing, push. Then they are very vulnerable for a gank. If not, it's gonna bounce, and then our team is vulnerable for a gank. So considering these options, now you can make a plan of what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
Personally, what I would do is number one, get vision level 1 with your team or whatever, and then what I would do is, since we have the push here and we have the push here, I would go for an invade because your team has prior, and
Yeah.
I don't think you have an issue invading. No, right? He's pretty weak.
He should be really killable, or at least like he should be. I should be able to push him out without taking any damage. Basically, like push him out of his jungle. I might not kill him because he has a lot of healing, but
Yeah,
I should be
exactly.
able to push him out and then take his camps.
Do you remember where he started this game?
I think he actually started topside. I wouldn't look at it, but I don't remember completely because I think he like we invaded red buff at the start of the game, and then we got a kill. Then I started my red buff because I had Q, so I couldn't start Raptors.
Okay.
And then we saw, yeah, he started red buff. So I took my Raptors and then I went to his. I looked for counter gank mid, and then I went to his wolves
Okay.
after.
So
Yeah,
you took red and then you went for his wolf.
I took red Crux Raptors, and then he had a gank angle on mid lane, where I went for the counter gank. Nothing happened, and then I went for his wolves afterwards.
But wolf should be gone, right?
No, he was mid.
Also, he took what, blue Gromp and
No,
then
he
went
took
mid
he
lane.
took he took red Crux Raptors and ganked mid.
Oh, he took
He
bot side.
started red. Yeah, he took bot side. We had vision on it. I just saw it now. So
Okay. All right. So he took bot side. You
yeah,
hovered mid lane, then you took his wolves and you got them, and then what? Then you take
yeah. I
the
think he
rest of
was
his jungle.
actually on his blue buff while I was doing it, but I have to remember this because it's been a couple of days. I just took his wolves and then I went to bot scuttle. I
Okay.
looked for a mid gank on the way.
So what is the idea of taking wolves and then going for bot scut?
Uh, I think my Narc got solo killed, so I didn't really want to look for anything else. So Camille had prio, and we didn't see Kassadin on the map, and we
Okay.
hadn't spotted Nuno since I took wolves. So I was looking to get back to my own blue side if he was counter juggling it.
All right. Sounds reasonable. Let's see. Let's see if we have something. So skin check is okay. I think Storm Dragon is better, but yeah.
I don't know. There's something about I've been playing this game since like season 1, and that skin just stick with me all the time.
Yeah. I mean, this skin, it gets like 20% damage boost if you're Chinese.
Sadly, I'm not Chinese, so
Oh, you should take that.
yeah, I was actually trying to, but I didn't get to click the Q before. Her thing did a lot more damage than I thought it would.
Okay.
Dude, I have a question actually here about the start, because should I be staying with my bot lane and take his red here? Because I feel like that just
No.
splits the map instead. Because I really hate that start because you take his red and then you can't really clear his entire jungle, and it's like
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that.
and this is me trying stuff, by the way, because I felt like Lee Sin's clear I was really unhealthy last time I played him, so I tried W second this game, and it's a bit slower, but it feels really like comfortable with the amount of HP I have left after it.
Yeah. Okay. Now taking Raptors without E is gonna be oof.
Yeah, I think if you do this, I should have just like went straight to blue basically after red, probably do the W thing.
Yeah.
I think it's just E every like I did that only that one game actually, like the W thing, but. Yeah, I'm standing outside of the circle for the clock to reset, right?
So we're only taking 2 camps, but I have big issue with your camera because you're not looking around. Now,
Uh,
up to this point is fine, but now you see top lane. You can even see on the minimap something happens. So
yeah,
you need to pan your camera top lane, see if there's an opportunity for you to do anything. Because now it's already half HP, right? That probably means that Camille is half HP as well. And if she's like starting to push the wave, which would be really random in this matchup, then you should punish it because she's not allowed to do that in this matchup.
yeah,
So already now, right? I'm looking at minimap. I can't see it because
yeah. I should be looking at them, and then I should be like kiting towards that lane because I see stuff happening there, right?
if you should be kiting towards the lane or not, I cannot answer that because I can't see what's going on.
Yeah, okay.
But you need to look and see if there's if there is something. Because if the only reason that you are not going top lane right now is because you don't have the information, then that is a mistake. That counts as a mistake, right?
Yeah,
Because that's you that's making a mistake. If you have
yeah,
looked top lane and you decided it's not worth it, then that's fine. Because at least you have the information. But not even having the information, that's a mistake.
yeah.
Okay, and this is yeah. Yeah, I would not do this. You
Oh,
either go for an invade now, or you go bot side, take actually even if you start Q here,
yeah,
if you're not planning on doing an invade after Crux, I would not even take Crux at this point because then you're just playing for ganking bot lane because you're not clearing Raptors with all your E. That's gonna be so
yeah,
cancel. In that case, I would take this, then take blue and Gromp, and then I would gank bot lane. That's one option. Or you take red Crocs and then you gank. Sorry, you invade, or you take red and just go straight for an invade. I would say those are your main plays. I wouldn't ever go for Raptors here without E. That sounds cancer.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, ooh.
It's
It's like watching a horror movie.
yeah. I can see that my intention wasn't actually to go for his like at the start. It wasn't my intention. I think I didn't might have not had a plan here actually.
Yeah, yeah, I think exactly what you're saying. I think you're lacking a plan and you're just kind of doing whatever in the moment.
Yeah, I see that a lot of times where I'm just like it's also about being decisive a lot of the times. Like just doing something is better than walking back and forth and not going for a gank. I thought he was gonna be here, but he didn't.
Hmm.
Like
You
okay.
even have a ward, so you can even just ward over here. Because if you steal something from him, that would be huge, right?
Yeah. I think I don't like using my ward when I'm playing Lee because I want to be able to ward jump, but I think I should be like I it shouldn't matter that much.
Yeah,
Like I should use it for vision as well.
yeah, yeah. Because if you warded that blue buff, you would kill him on blue, right? Like most likely, you get a flash on him or you kill him on blue. If you just
Yeah.
go for it here.
If I had the ward before I went for wolves, yeah.
Yeah. So, oh, nice. You go. Oh, you don't
I
go.
oh I didn't.
Ah, you go. You should go.
I think yeah he already used flash, so I should have taken it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if he dies, I don't know. He has CP. I'm guessing, right?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
probably has TP.
So he probably backs TP to lane and he gets the wave. But if you kill him, he won't get the wave, which is huge.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So this game, this far, one, we're lacking game plan. Right.
Yeah.
We're only 4 minutes into the game, but we're gonna list up some mistakes now. One, we're lacking game plan.
Yeah.
Two, we are not looking around, right? I'm pretty sure early game there was a huge opportunity for your top lane to at least
Yeah.
bail him out. Three. I mean, no game plan and free is kind of gonna go hand in hand because I was gonna say this thing about invading, but that's kind of the game plan as well. So it's the same thing. Or I mean, you can
Yeah.
say like using your ward or whatever. This is a lot of time wasted just kind of walking in a circle here.
Yeah.
And I don't see the reason that you're going for bot scuttle here either. Because when we talked about it, you mentioned it was because your top lane died or whatever. But right now,
Yeah.
we're looking at this, right? It would be way easier for you to take this, because you know that Nuno is pathing bot anyway, so he's going for the bot scuttle, and your bot lane does not have bot prior, so if you get into a skirmish, they're not gonna have prior either way.
Yeah.
And on top of that,
I mean,
Cassidy,
but
yeah,
yeah, I have a question about it. So it's all right to look for the gank mid, right? So like looking for the kill mid on Kassadin, and if I go for it, I get the kill, and then I can go look for top scuttle afterwards, right? So
yeah,
like
yeah,
if I go for this, I can just run back to the top scuttle after killing him, right?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, going down here to this scuttle, it doesn't make sense in my mind, because bot lane don't have prior, and Nuno is down here anyway, and you know that. So yeah, top lane might die, or top lane might not have prior, but
Yeah.
Nuno is not up here anyway, and we saw him go down here, so
Yeah. I think I have like a leniency to go there also because all of my bot camps are up, so I wanted to get them. But yeah,
yeah.
and
Yeah, I mean, you could.
would you start wolves here or would you like to do the other camps first? Because I'm a bit because I also tend to like I think I've gotten like jaded from watching too much Agharon, but basically I would do wolves grump blue here, but that's because that would line up my clear next time. But then again, my clear isn't going to be lined up anyways because I took such a long time like getting to this point.
Yeah, I mean, you can do wolves grom blue, you can do grom wolves blue, either way is fine. Either way is fine. But yeah, I mean, my biggest thing about this game is you're not looking at the lanes. Na died 2 times, and you haven't actually looked top lane, like with your
Yeah.
camera.
Okay. Yeah.
Even though he's been dead twice, right? I think it makes more sense to start with Gromp, no?
Yeah, because it's closer, right?
Yeah, and when you come back to clear it again, you wanna clear Gromp and then Wolves, and then you can continue that way.
Yeah.
Okay, you see
Yeah.
the mistake?
I think I should have looked bot instead and
Yeah, because
dropped it because
it's all the way. Right now it's fine. You wanna clear camp, then now.
yeah, look bot, look how it looks. So if I'm even supposed to path for bot.
Yeah, because I know it's exciting to look at yourself 1v1ing the camp, and but like I can guarantee you are winning the 1v1. You don't have to look at it. So
Yeah.
instead of looking at yourself 1v1ing the camp, you need to get into a habit that you're looking. You don't even have any spells up. You need to be looking at lanes right now.
Yeah.
Like especially now when you don't have spells up. And when you have
Yeah.
spells up, you should still be looking at lanes, but you should, get it into a habit that you look to a lane and then you spacebar back to your champion and cast your spells
Yeah.
and yeah, get into that habit. So right now,
Do you think like F keys are necessary or
I don't think F keys are necessary. I think they're really, really good if you want to learn them, but they
yeah.
can take a while. It's kind of like it's something you have to do every game, every day until you start feeling comfortable on it. Something you have to like keep training because it takes a while.
Okay, because I would need to get a new keyboard for it as well. So
You don't
I
have
have a
F keys.
60. I have a 60% keyboard because I like it freed up a lot of space on my on my desktop. But
I
so I
know
should
some.
get like
I mean,
hmm?
I know some people they use 1, 2, 3, 4. They use those as F keys, and then you put your items on set X CV Or you can do it opposite, of course. Use your F keys on ZXCV.
Yeah.
So that's an option. Or how many buttons do your mouse have?
I have I'm already using like my mouse buttons on some of my items. So it has two buttons, like it has the back and forth button. That's the one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing you can do as well. If you really want to use F keys. I have this. I have this.
Yeah.
And I use the side buttons for F keys.
I used to play MMOs, I guess.
Yeah, a WoW mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to do that, you can change it to ZXCV, and that's fine as well.
I'm thinking if I'm using those buttons for anything right now, but it's.
You can even do some. You can even do some really funky shit if you want to, like change your scroll wheel up and down for F keys, and then like if you click down on your scrolling, it can be an F key as well.
Yeah. Because you don't need to zoom in and out anyways.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, right now,
I shouldn't have finished this blue buff either. I think I think I'm in a bit of. I think I'm autopiloting a lot this game actually.
Yeah. I mean, if we need to finish the blue buff, not we don't know it because we're not looking bot lane. But
yeah,
that's the thing.
Exactly.
Right now we should be looking bot lane, right? Because now you start blue buff, and we have no idea what the lane state is bot lane. Because if the lane is like this, we just talked about this. Like, oh yeah, what is going on? What is this?
I don't know.
If the lane is like, what the fuck? Lanes like this, right? They need to crash. They push 3 waves and crash, right? That's usually what happens. Yeah. So how are we gonna gank them, right? When they have 1 wave here, right? They need to push this wave so they can crash it, and after they crash this, ideally they can just back off, right? Yeah. That's how it works.
So my timing is when they're trying to crash it.
Exactly, because when they're trying to crash this last wave, that is when the sweat starts, right? They are sweating. They need to crash it so fast. So that is when you swoop in as a jungler. Yeah. Now, as soon as this wave here, as soon as that is crashed, they are bailed out. Then if they stay, that's because they are low elo, but they have no reason to stay after they crash this wave.
Yeah.
They can just back off. So if you get a successful gank after they crash this wave, because they stay, that's because they are low elo.
Yeah, so that means that my gank was not even that good anyways. It's just that I'm punishing them for being bad, right?
Yeah. I mean, maybe they're going for plates or whatever, so maybe that's a factor. But then you have to look at bot lane as well, like look at the turret HP. And also with Alistar, I would say they're probably not looking for plates. If they had something like Lux or something, then boom, it would be way more likely, of course. Okay.
And I think I should be pinging a lot here, shouldn't I?
Yeah, I mean pinging to shot call and also clicking tab, because I don't think you actually know if Nautilus has flash or not, you just kind of assume that he has flash.
Yeah.
So, what if he didn't have flash, right? This would be really hard. But either way, yeah. I don't think I would go through lane for this gank. I think I would jump around, because you can just watch jump over and then look for an angle.
Yeah, also they wouldn't have time to get out.
Yeah.
Because of the lane state.
Yeah. But ends up working out, so I mean that's fine.
Yeah, this was one of those that we talked about where it's me punishing them for being bad, not so much me actually having a good gank timing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Again, the main issue is just that you're not looking bot lane.
Yeah.
Because that's the base mistake. Alright. What the fuck do we buy here? Oh god. Is this what junglers come to?
I'm trying it out because a lot of people are saying it's really, really strong. So whenever I have the opportunity to do it, I'm trying to buy the Doran's Blade right now, and it has felt really strong every game I've bought it. But
I think I might be wrong because this is a new thing, so I don't have the fully knowledge on it. But I think if you can back on whip, I don't think you should ever not get the whip, because the whip helps you clear a lot, and it's an extra auto attack. If you want to do the Doran's Blade tech, do you have Futures Market?
I don't have it this game though.
Yeah, so if you want to do it, I'm pretty sure that what you want to do is clear one side, recall, and buy deep blade with Future's Market, and then you go
Yeah.
on the map again, and then you have the huge power spike. Because if you're buying it this late
Ah.
anyway, I mean, I would rather just have you could buy the whip and a longsword.
Ja. Så fint. Nice. Så fint. Nice. Yeah, I should be looking more places than mid here, right?
Actually, no, I just want you to look more mid here, because Nautilus is opening up towards mid lane. So you have a huge opportunity right now to go mid lane with Nautilus, or at least just opening up on Raptors, and then you
Yeah.
can see if there's an opportunity or not. If there's no opportunity, you can finish your Raptors. If there's an
Yeah.
opportunity, then I mean, yeah, you can go for it, because right now Nautilus is sprinting straight mid. Kassadin has 6. It's very likely this low bot Kassadin, he will ult onto Aurelion Sol, then he will get
Yeah.
hooked by Nautilus, and then you guys can kill him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah, right?
Yeah.
He ulted towards Aurelion Sol. If you were here, right, you could be shot calling Nautilus as well, that he should be ready. And you guys could go in on him when he did that.
Yeah, okay. I see.
Okay, yeah, there we go again. Kassadin ults onto Aurelion Sol. So that's 2 huge opportunities that we're just not seeing.
Yeah. Okay. That's also like a pathing thing.
Yeah, I mean, but the pathing, the pathing comes from the fact that you have missing information.
Yeah.
Either missing information or missing game knowledge. It can be either of those, or a mix of,
Yeah.
of between. Okay. Yeah, good. So imagine that Kassadin had to make 4 mistakes before you punished him.
Yeah. Um.
Now, you see Nono bottling after this kill. I would go for his Grom first, then you can take the Scuttle, and then you can take your own camps. So,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen this before. Always, when you have the chance, take enemy camps first. There's like a
Yeah.
checklist. It's like a checklist. So you go from the outside to the inside. Take enemy camps first, then take neutrals, and then take your own camps.
Yeah. It's also the same as when you don't want to like stand there taking a camp while you could take your like a wave on like on a lane, for example, as well, because it will die and you will not get the gold, but the camp will be there when you get back, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Yes.
in this case I have an opportunity to get his grump as well, because he's bot lane. And I wouldn't have that if I take my red and then the Scuttle and then the grump.
Yeah.
So it's about yeah.
Yeah. It's basically about a checklist.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because it also doesn't matter that Camille would have vision on me there, right? Because I can just take it and get out, no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah. I don't think Camille is gonna be dangerous for you anyway. Okay, so we take these, and now. Oh yeah.
Nautilus went for Herald here. So
Oh, he did it.
he pinged a lot for Herald. So I think I just
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know if I like this Herald. I think this is flip, but let's see.
yeah. It's also because it's 600 smite versus Nuno.
Okay, I mean, you guys got it, so that's fine. I feel like that was a huge flip though, because in my
Yeah.
mind, Nuno is coming from base, he's going topside, right? Alistar can also do the same thing. Camille has a huge lead. Kassadin just came from base as well. Aurelian Sol is sitting on unused gold. You're sitting on unused gold.
Yeah.
Okay, and you plop it down here, don't you?
I think I do,
Yeah.
yeah, because
Yeah.
I want to get rid of it as soon as possible on Lee Sin.
Yeah, the listen thing. Yeah. Okay, how much is your next back?
I think I finished my clear here and then I back.
How much gold? How much gold do you want on your next back?
I think I want like Fate's Whip, so I should have backed before Wolves. Actually, I don't need that extra. The extra ruby crystal doesn't do anything for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Okay.
it's. I have this habit of when I'm healthy, I don't really want like. It comes from like laning, I guess. Where if I'm healthy, it doesn't really. I don't need to back. As in need, but I should spend my gold because I can. I'm much stronger than I than my inventory is right now.
Yeah. So ideally, I know you want to get rid of the Herald because you're playing Lee, but
Yeah,
let's not waste it because Herald is useful. So ideally, what I would want you to do is you get Herald. All right, now as soon as you get Herald, you should start thinking about what is my Herald setup gonna be. How am I
yeah,
gonna set up the best Herald for this game, and that's gonna start with number one, recalling and using your items. So using your gold to get items. Then you find out where you want to use it, right? You set up, hopefully a gank, get them low, kill them, whatever, and then you set up the herald, right?
yeah.
But either way, it starts with you going back and getting your items. Right, so we get our items here. Then you want to go bot lane. All right, that's fine. You go straight bot lane. Don't take the camp. Make this play.
Yeah.
Kill everyone. Unlucky. All right, then we can put down herald.
Yeah, we should have. Then I should have waited with it for the bot lane gank here. Yeah,
Okay. But yeah, this game continues kind of to be the same mistake, right? Again, you're not looking at the lanes when you're taking camps. Okay, nice.
this is where I begin tilting a bit. But I was also on autopilot, so I could have done a lot of stuff myself. So it's not. Is this pink ward like good or is it bad? Because we were talking about it because I bought it because we were setting up for Herald, Drake, right? So
Yeah, I mean, you're playing this in, it's fine, buying a couple.
so
Mm,
this Drake is gone, right? So it's a question about like after. Is it a bad reset or? Because
yeah, I'm kind of thinking of that. I mean, yeah,
I think it's a big power spike though. So it's like
there's two scenarios here. You either
yeah,
stay with them and you fight this because you can see that they are very willing to do something right now,
yeah,
or you back, but then you spam ping the living fuck out of everyone, but you're not pinging.
yeah,
If anything, you're pinging on the way.
yeah,
And then if you already now accept that this is bad, like
yeah,
I would definitely accept that right now,
yeah,
then go top lane, go top side. Then see if you can
yeah,
get his camp. If anyone tries to stop now from pushing, maybe you can dive them.
yeah.
Because you're not gonna get dragon.
I'm not
No.
gonna get anything, and just getting my bot side is not gonna do anything. Like
Yeah.
this is also like yeah, if people were with Nunu here, it could have been really bad, and people are with Nunu.
Yeah. Yeah, I would much rather that we were top lane right now, and then when Camille
Yeah,
goes for this, maybe you guys can kill her and get a huge shot down.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that you can't recall like this. Because
No.
if they don't see you recalling, then fine, because then you're still applying the pressure from the fact that you could be here. But
Yeah,
when he literally sees you recall, then you're telling them they can go, they can
yeah.
fight. I don't think you saw Nuno recall, did you?
No, I don't think I did.
Yeah. So in that case, yeah, you see Nuno here the last time, then they see you recall. Ideally, Nuno could just be snowballing through lane now and then fuck Siri up, right?
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
And I mean, at this point, you probably cannot help top lane that much because he's that far behind. But still, we need to look top lane. Because, like I mentioned in the beginning, right, if you're not going
Yeah.
top lane because you think you can't help, that's fine. But if you're not going top lane because you're not gathering information, then that's a mistake.
Yeah, and especially because like top lane is, even though like even when you're far behind, it can be close fights. Like I've played it myself, right? Like there's so much outplay opportunity in top lane. It's that it could have been a close fight, that I could have been there and finished off Camille if not dies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I should be looking.
Hey. Yeah, I don't know if I would waste my flash like this. Because when you use your cooldowns, you want to think about what you are gaining from it, right? If all you're
Yeah,
gaining is 300 gold, then that's not that much. Because 300 gold is just whatever, right? But if you
yeah,
could get the Herald fight, then it can be good. Or like if you kill a laner, like let's say you flash to kill a laner and then he loses a whole wave because of that, or like 2 waves even. That's also
yeah,
huge, right? But just flashing to kill the jungler and all he does is lose 300 gold. You're not taking any camps, not taking Herald or anything. Then
yeah,
yeah, yeah, he lost nothing, right? All he lost was just your flash.
yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your whole team is nowhere near you guys.
Yeah. I
It's
think
kind
I
of
was doing this because I wanted to cover for Seri. She was a bit tilted that Nautilus left her because they were ahead.
yeah.
It felt like that at least. So I wanted to cover for her because it felt like something would happen. Like if just Nunu comes, for example, I think it would be possible to outplay it.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
it's
But your
also
whole team is just off Timber right now, so you guys need to back the fuck off.
yeah. I need to ping her a lot and just say get out, get out, get out, because she's not getting out because I'm there basically as well.
Yeah, yeah. So number one is body language. Number two is pinging, right? Both of those are
Yeah,
important. Now, the body language one is most important here, I would say, because if you back off, I'm sure she would back off as well. And
yeah.
the pinging, be careful with that at this point, because if you just spam pinging her to back off here, it might tilt her. So careful with that.
Yeah, she might just run in instead.
Yeah, exactly.
Here I should have backed ping as well, so that he knew that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
I do a bit of a misplay. I don't get Q off here.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much game.
Yeah,
Nice. Okay, it's just loading for infinity now.
it's a bit weird. Maybe something happened at the last bit of the game. I don't know, like of the upload or whatever. I think we just surrender actually, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, game is pretty much over.
Yeah.
We can see here if there's anything.
Oh, they just end actually. They just end with Baron basically.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you have any questions?
I actually don't really think I have that many questions. I think I'm gonna look into like binding F keys to like let's just saying like C, X, C, and V as well, so I can or set X, C, and V
Yeah.
in some way, and then I'll ping. I'll focus a lot on pinging a lot, like
Hmm.
commanding my team around, and then also like really looking around on my like while I'm clearing because I should be able to. I
Yeah.
don't know. I think it's a thing about Lee Sin where I just want to be so precise with my clicks, but I don't think it matters as much as you think it does. Like back in like season 8 and stuff like that, you would the difference between like clicking correctly on clearing camps was like 200 health, but it's not that anymore. So it's
So number one, creating a game plan.
yeah,
And this, you can practice this by, I mean, first of all, you can try to make your own game plan before the game starts. But then
yeah,
after the game finishes, you can go back and you can do what I just did, open up the Rift kit and be like, okay, they should have prior here, they should have prior here, maybe I can go for an evade. That's a good way to practice it
yeah,
if you wanna take it seriously like that. So yeah, game plan.
yeah.
Then two, pinging. Number three, you need to look around, right? You don't need to look at
Yeah.
yourself boxing the camps, right? You're not looking
No.
Paul. Just look around on the lanes. And I would say those are definitely the three main things I would want you to focus on. Like all the
Yeah.
other smaller things that we looked at, they are minor compared to these main points.
Yes. I will write this down. Number one, that was looking no, that was game plan.
Yeah.
Number two was that was pinging. And number 3 was the looking around map, look for opportunities. Yes. Okay. I think I
Right.
got it down. So I wrote down like game plan, what lanes have priority, look at it in theory, and then look after what actually happens afterwards, right? And
Yeah.
then pinging, I want to do it a lot, but also like I want to tell my team what I want them to do and what I'm gonna do,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
Yeah.
And then for number 3, I said look around map, look for opportunities, and assess and adjust with what you see, basically. So
Yeah, and that one is the most important. Like if you take only one thing from today, take that
yeah,
one.
yeah, I think especially as a jungler, because like dropping a camp to, I've been so tilted when I was laning when my jungler was like, I need to finish Grump before I can gank, basically. So when the because the gank opportunity is not there anymore at that point, and I've been like personally tilted by that. So I hate seeing myself get into this doing the same thing, basically, because I feel like it's sunk cost fallacy. I've already hit the Grump to half HP. I can't leave it now, basically.
Yeah.
But I also know that it's the correct thing to leave it.
Yeah.
Like and go for the play that gives more.
Alright. Then in that case, if you get any questions, any points, feel free to DM me.
Yes.
Otherwise, have a nice day, man.
You too.
Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Bye.